Okay, this part I'm going to show you how to make the gingerbread cookie dough so that you can make your gingerbread cookies and your gingerbread house. And I'm actually using 3 boxes of the commercial gingerbread cookie cake mix. And according to the instructions on the side of the box, I'm going to add 2 extra teaspoons of flour. And also, since I'm using 3 boxfuls, I'm actually going to add 6 because I'm going to triple the recipe. 2, okay, that was 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that's the extra added flour that it tells you to use. And you need to add 2 tablespoons of butter. But I'm gonna, since once again I'm tripling the recipe, I'm gonna add 6 tablespoons of butter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and it calls for 1/4 cup of hot water. So I already have that measured out, and 3/4 cups is a half, and another quarter. So that's about as close as we're gonna get today. Okay, and as I said, because I'm tripling, I use 3 boxes of the gingerbread cookie mix. And it calls, to make the cookies, it calls for you using 1/4 cup of water for each 1/4 cup of hot water. So if I'm using 3 boxes, then I need to add a half a cup plus another 1/4. So I've already got that measured out. Okay, I'm just gonna pour all that in there, and we're gonna put our mixer down in there and let it mix. And what you want it to mix to is until it becomes like a ball of dough, but not real sticky and not real dry. So let me go ahead and do this, and then I'll come back and show you how to do it, what it should look like. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I'm adding a little extra pinch of ginger just to give it a more gingery flavor. And you can kind of do this to your own preference, but I probably put in about 2 or 3 teaspoonfuls of ginger. Okay, so I'm going to mix in the ginger, and you can actually do this by hand. You don't really need to use a mixer, but because I tripled this particular recipe, it'd probably be a little more work than I had planned on. So I'm just going to use the mixer, and I'm going to kind of help it along. And once again, when you're in the kitchen doing things, especially if you've got something like your spatula in the bowl with the beaters going, be careful. Let me pause the camera. Okay, and as you can see, we finished mixing up the dough, and instead of that dry powdery look that we saw a few minutes ago, now it's turned a really nice warm brown color, and it's very pliable, very, you know, moldy, like with clay dough and whatnot. So I'm going to take some of this out and roll it out flat, and then we can start cutting our gingerbread cookie house.